Hey, I'm Jessa. Thank you so much for selecting this module to work on with your students. It'll be a nice way to just dip our toes into music, and we also get to work a little ecology in there. I do write ecology-based music for kids under the name Jessa Campbell and the Saplings, so if you have a chance, you can feel free to check out some of that music after. So for this lesson, essentially, the students are going to be creating soundscapes for a specific food chain that you will assign them. They're going to work with dynamics, rhythm, and melody to create these soundscapes. Ideally, we are going to have two different areas of the classroom, one larger area in which everyone can gather together to watch the videos and to have the classroom discussions. And then when we break out into the smaller groups, it'd be great if each group could have about 4 to 5 students and that there's enough space between the groups so that they can really focus in on what their own group is creating. Now, when we do get into the soundscape creation, it might get a little noisy. So if there are some students that really work better with a quieter environment, I do recommend potentially sending them into a hallway, or maybe there's another room that they could work in during the creation portion. Ideally, if you can all get outside, that'd be great, because then there's enough space for all the groups to really spread out and to create these soundscapes about nature while they're in nature. If not, depending on the time of year, I totally get it. Feel free to remain in the classroom if that is better for you. As far as materials prep, the only thing that we really need to get together before diving into the module are the food chains written down. I suggest potentially on a note card or a smaller piece of paper. With groups of 4 to 5 students, I've given 4 different examples of food chains. So, if you have more than 16 to 20 students, you're going to need to repeat a couple of those food chains with multiple groups. There will be an opportunity at the end of their soundscape creations to perform their food chains for the entire class. So this is a really cool opportunity where, 2 different groups are going to have the same food chain assigned to them. But ideally, they're going to each come up with their own ideas for those food chains. So make sure if you are giving the same food chain to different groups, you keep those groups kind of in, far corners of the room so they're not getting ideas from each other and really working with their own group to create those soundscapes. Let's see. I think that might be it. As a word of encouragement, step in there with the students if you see a group that might need some assistance, and if one of the groups really wants you to become a member of their group to help get things going, that's great as well. Feel free to perform with the students if you'd like, but really just have fun. And this is just a nice opportunity to get students using their voices and creating rhythms with their bodies, and really just focusing on those concepts of belonging and community and awareness and collaboration.